That being said, we'll go on to number 1 with the Teen Dating and Violence Awareness and Prevention Month proclamation. Marcia Krause-Taylor, the familiar sight. And they tell me that our wireless microphone walked away, so I'm going to bend this one backwards and lean over and talk to that. So I'll meet you up front, and the rest of us, if you care to join me, that'd be fine too. All right, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
I got to do this so the videotape will record it, will get me here. So Teen Dating and Violence Awareness and Prevention Month. One in three adolescent girls in the United States is a victim of physical, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner, a figure that far exceeds victimization rates for other types of violence affecting youth. High school students who experience physical violence in a dating relationship are more likely to use drugs and alcohol, are at greater risk of suicide, and are much more likely to carry patterns of abuse into future relationships, engage in risky sexual behavior, unhealthy dieting behaviors, and experience disruption of normal development of self-esteem and body image. Only 33% of teens who are in an abusive relationship ever tell anyone about the abuse, and 81% of parents surveyed either believe teen dating violence is not an issue or admit they do not know if it is one. The establishment of Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month will benefit young people, their families, schools, and communities to raise community awareness and to provide training for teachers, counselors, and school staff so that they may recognize when youth are exhibiting signs of dating violence. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Sean Harris, Mayor of the City of Yuba City, and on behalf of the entire City Council, proclaim that February 2020 is Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, and urge all agencies and businesses to work toward ending teen dating violence. Of course, dated today. Kind of feel weird clapping about that, but we're not going to do that. So would you care to say anything?
I would. And
Okay.
do I need the mic?
Well, for the perpetuity, it'd be a good idea to maybe speak
Lean
that
in.
direction. Yeah.
It does sound like this is a really terrible thing that's going on in our community, and it is, because it is 1 in 3 teens, and we are seeing an increase of it here at CASA. Our callers are becoming younger and younger. When we go out to the schools, what we're finding is that this is something that they speak openly about. And many times kids are not even seeing it as an issue. It is the regular way that kids date now. And that says a lot. It says an awful lot. But the really good news is that when we're in those classrooms, when we're in those schools, and when we're talking to the kids, they get really excited about doing something and becoming proactive. So for me, it's really good because I began to see that kids, just like the new generation that we've seen generation after generation, they're coming up, but they're tackling the problem. And for those kids who aren't involved in it, they're willing to call it out to those who are. And that says a lot about our community because we're not hiding our heads in the sand. So as bad as it is, as much as we don't want to clap because we have to have a Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, the good news is our kids are willing to finally talk about it. Maybe they won't talk about it to their parents, but they're talking about it to one another. And as we are in the schools and we're teaching them, they become good allies to that other teen that's in these dating violence relationships. So we're seeing a turnaround. The numbers are coming in, but that's a good thing because they're not keeping quiet as much anymore. And we receive more and more calls from young teenagers, generally from age 15 to about 17, who are saying, I have a friend who, and what do I do? And that's pretty amazing. So we may not want to clap because we have to have the month, but we really need to applaud our kids who are saying, you know what, we really need to do something about that. It's one more really good indication of the new generation that's coming up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the good work you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. Thank you very much, Carol. Orange is the color for teen dating violence awareness. We have orange ribbons. Gave them to the council people. If you would like an orange ribbon to wear all month long, so that when people ask you and tell us about, contact us at CASA and we will bring them to you. So, orange is the color. We're going to have a pretty great event coming out. It's going to be at South Entrance School because they take it on every year. So watch the newspaper because you'll get an idea of what kids are doing.
Marcia, do you have a date yet for that by any chance?
February 12th.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Marcia.
Bless you.